All right, Lady Bruins hockey fans, we are here at Apex Ice Arena in Arvada, Colorado for the showdown tonight between your Lady Bruins and the Vail Mountaineers. Bruins won the first game this weekend 6-5 in a shootout, but have struggled to score since. Last two games for the Bruins, 0 goals, resulting in 2 1-0 losses. So Bruins hoping to crack the code of scoring here this evening, the fourth and final game of the weekend. So I don't feel like mentioning it here, but I feel like I should. Bruins on a 90-minute scoreless drought here. Hoping to end that tonight against Vail. Vail will be in the home whites with the blue and red trim. Your Lady Bruins, again in the away black jerseys with the white and blue trim. And we're ready to get things underway here. I did hear there was trouble with the broadcast earlier today, so I did look. The game against Aspen has not yet been uploaded, so when I get home this evening, I'll upload that. That'll be under the videos on the YouTube channel. But we'll get that uploaded here this evening. But for now, we're going to hope to bring you this game live here from Apex Ice Arena. Again, your Lady Bruins facing off against the Mountaineers of Vail. Puck drop here in just a minute.
No, that's what I try to tell all the new teachers. I'm like,
All right, warm-up's done. We'll get pucks picked up here and be underway here in just a moment. Let's see if the Bruins have their legs underneath them here this evening. Alright, we'll try and keep it video good for you guys. Looks like Zaworski centering DeFelice and Leeser, Gostner, and Jennings on the back end. Face up, tied up there by Vail, played ahead. Leeser's got it now. Tries to play it ahead. Picked up there by Vail. Mountaineers will play it near side. Into the zone. Jennings forces the player wide. Centered out front. Picked off there by Zaworski. Taken off her stick. Vail maintains possession though. Tries to stick handle at the blue line. And played into the Vail zone. Icing's waved off. Picked off there, Jennings. Jennings chips it towards the front of the net. Osborne out there now. On the stick of Goster. Played down low. Back to the point, Goster. Shot attempt there by Osborne and played back into the Bruins zone. Vail's going to win the race to that puck, but that's still going to result in an icing as it had just crossed the goal line. Got a face-off in the Vail zone here. 13:57 here to go, first period. Osborne, Arnold, Fryer, Wessel, Jones back there now. Osborne to take the draw. Back to the point. Jones wins the race to the puck, plays it in deep. Cut off there by Arnold. And Vail tries to play it back up and out. They play it into the zone. And that's going to result in another icing on Vail. So we'll run the face-off back into the Vail zone here. 13:41 to go. First period. We'll keep Osborne, Fryer, Arnold, Wessel, and Jones out there. Osborne to take the draw here. Osborne to take the draw. Vail digs it out, breaks it out. Played into the zone. Out front, poked aside by Bozier. Played back out to center by Vail. Vail enters the zone. Tied up there by Arnold. Wessel plays it around behind. Up the far boards. Fryer plays it ahead, not out. Jones banks it around near side to Wessel. Wessel tries to dig it out. And Wessel comes away with the puck. Wessel tries to go back to Fryer. That's just behind, and Vail will pick that up. They'll enter the neutral zone. 2-on-3. Centered out front. Picked up there, Novodorski. Up ahead to Ruleson. And Vail will spin it back the other way. McDonald picks it up there. King plays it in deep. Bruins will start their forecheck. Ruleson in on the forecheck. Vail able to break that though for a moment. Now Novodorski picks it off. Back to McDonald. McDonald up ahead to Zhang. Taking off her stick. Up ahead to Zhang. Zhang plays it ahead. Vail picks it off there. Back to the Bruins. McDonald tries to sidestep a player. Almost had a 2-on-1 there. Taking off her stick though. McDonald tries to bring it to the front of the net. Picked off there. Out front. McCormick shot right to the goaltender's chest. McCormick had some room to work there. And Bruins pick it up. McCormick now up ahead to Gray. Picked off there by Vail. They'll work it near boards. Played up ahead. And back into the Bruins zone. Goster will go back there to pick it up. Goster with a head of steam now. Picks it up on the fly. Goster. Vail's got 6! There's 6! There's 6! Refs miss a too many men penalty as Vail had 6 players on the ice. Dumped in there by Jennings. Puck goes wide of the net. Off the boards. Held there by Goster. And Vail will break it back out. Jennings plays it ahead. DeFelice out of the zone. Picked up there by Vail. And Vail brings it back into the zone. Looks to work it wide. Broken off the stick of Jennings. Vail works it back into the slot, and that puck's going to go all the way down. Vail will pick it up there. And played back into the Bruins zone. Zaworski picks it up there. Zaworski sidesteps one player on the near boards there. And it's picked up now. Wessel up ahead to the line, not out. Wessel tripped up there. Jones places the line, not out. Puck rolls in on Bozier, and that goes up into the netting. Bruins should have had a power play here earlier, as didn't mean to scream in your ear, but Vail had 6 players fully on the ice. Brewer McDonald coming back out now. Osborne, Fryer, and Arnold. Osborne to take the draw. Back to the point. Puck's played down low behind the net. McDonald picks it up there. Overskates for a moment. Arnold tries to play it up ahead. Puck goes through the slot. Fryer's going to try and win the battle to the corner. Tied up there by a Vail player. Osborne tries to play it to McDonald. And now McDonald has it. Along the boards. It's a big physical Vail team, as all the mountain teams are. And it's dug out there. Up ahead, Fryer. Fryer plays it ahead. Arnold, foot race for the puck. Arnold using her wheel, shot towards the net. Referee blows the tire. We'll know who's buying beers tonight. McDonald picks it up. McDonald knocked down from behind. We will play on. 2-on-1 coming back the other way for Vail. They try and center it out front. Nice defensive play there by Brewer to break that up. And McDonald will pick it up. McDonald plays it back to the point. Vail doing a good job of stopping the along the board breakouts for the Bruins. I think we're going to have to look for something in the middle. And puck goes to the corner. McDonald bodies up there. Picked up now. Played in by Fryer. Bruins will get a change here. And Vail's able to break that defensive pressure. Shot wide of the net. Played far side, back to the point. Vail's able to hold towards the net. Picked up now by Jennings. Jennings back to the point. Steered aside by Bozier and covered. 7:26 here to go, first period. Face-off will be in the Bruins zone. King to take the draw, plays it around to Rulison. Rulison plays it off a stick out to center. Rulison will give chase there. Picked off there by Vail. Vail looks to pin it back the other way. Broken up there by Jennings. And Jennings will get a call for a hand pass here. So we'll get a face-off outside the zone. Would have got away with that one, but the hand pass came from inside the zone to out. Hand pass in your own zone is okay. Hand pass where the player picks it up outside the zone is not. One there by Zeng, up ahead. McCormick slides it around a player. McCormick looks to walk it out front, throws on the brakes, tries to backhand it out front to Gray. Thwarted by the defense of Vail. And we're going back the other way. Zeng intercepts now. Tries to stick handle through a player. Picked up by Gray. And McDonald plays ahead to Jennings. Into the zone. Sorry, that was Gray. Jennings down low. Picks it up. Jennings centers it out front. We're going to get a Bruins power play here as we're going to get a trip on Vail. So Jennings behind the net gets tripped up. We'll get a face-off here power play coming up for the Bruins. And Goster, Jennings, Brewer, McCormick, Zhang out there on the power play. So we'll Brewer up to left wing from D for this power play. Zhang to take the draw. Zhang's been solid in the dot here this weekend. McCormick wins that. Back to Jennings. Jennings steps up. Vail's able to break it out though. Rolls in on Bozier. Should glove it down and hold. Defensive zone draw here. Minute 47 here to go in the Bruin power play. Zhang to take the draw. Zhang wins it back. Vail gets possession though. Jennings ties a player up. Digs the puck out. Puck's turned over in front. Shot. Puck's loose in front. And Bozier able to cover. So Bruins have been at their best this weekend when they move the puck. At their worst when they haven't. Osborne, Zaworski, Gray out there. McDonald and DeFelice. Puck's tied up in the corner. Vail content to kill time in the Bruins zone. They look to dig it out now. And now it's dug out by Osborne. Osborne will skate with it. Up ahead to Gray. Gray tries to slide it through a player. Picked off there by Vail. They look to go back the other way. Picked off there. McDonald up ahead. DeFelice. DeFelice tipped by Gray into the zone, so icing's waved off. DeFelice batters along the boards. Gray tries to leave it back for McDonald. McDonald shot wide of the net. And played out here by Vail. And they'll play it all the way down. Icing's waved off as Bruins are on the power play. 30 seconds here to go in the Bruin power play. McDonald will skate up with it now. McDonald up ahead. Osborne. Osborne shot just wide of the net. McDonald over skates and Vail's coming back the other way. Novodorski now forces a player wide. Puck goes behind the net. Bruins pause for a moment. Bozier plays it behind. Picked up there now. Rulson tries to play it out of the zone. Play it around behind. Picked up there. McDonald. McDonald up ahead. Rulson taking off her stick. Back to the point, held in there by Vail. Back to even strength hockey. Shot towards the net. Saved by Bozier. And we're going to face off here in the Bruin zone. 4:05 to go, first period. King to take the draw. Played up the line, not out. Vail's able to hold. Towards the net. Steered aside by Bozier. Rulson picks it up now. Plays it up ahead, out to center. Played ahead by Novodorski. Novodorski ties a player up there. Down low. Rulson tries to dig it out, and Vail comes away with it. They'll look to start their breakout. In a player's skates. Wessel comes up there to pick that off. Puck's loose at the side of the net. Wessel digs it out now. Up ahead. Rulison. Played to the Vail player. And Wessel will pick that up. Play it out of the zone. Puck's played back into the Bruin zone. Jones up ahead to McCormick. McCormick sidesteps one. McCormick comes down the wing. McCormick shot. Save. And nobody knows where the puck. Oh, it's on top of the net. Goaltender made the save. The puck ended up on top of the net. Everybody looking like that puck is in, but it was off the goaltender's chest, up into the air, landed on top of the net here. Zhang to take the draw. Played ahead, Jennings, able to hold. Back to Zhang. Zhang tries to go to McCormick. McCormick back to the point. Gostner, penalty coming up here on the Mountaineers. McCormick to Gray. Gray out front off the stick of Zaworski. And Vail touches up there. That'll get the delayed penalty call made. We'll see what the call is. We got a high sticking penalty on Vail with 2:31 here to go. First period, Bruins back to the power play. Linesman eats it again here. It's probably a 12-pack. Bruins need one more out there. Back to McDonald at the point. Out into the slot, Zaworski. Zaworski. Puck's loose. Vail digs it out. McDonald throws it towards the net. Puck's loose in front. Zaworski just unable to get a stick on that loose puck. McDonald picks it up now. McDonald near side. Stolen by Vail. Zaworski tries to force a player off the puck. DeFelice leaves behind. Vail is going to try and play it out. That's held at the line there by McDonald for a moment. Now Vail's coming back the other way with it shorthanded. Picked off there. Zaworski. Zaworski up ahead. McDonald. McDonald goes across. Shot. And a save by the goaltender. Wow. Great save by the Vail goaltender on that one. Good pass across. Bruins moving the puck well, side to side. Minute 43 here to go. Gray to take the draw, wins it back, comes out of the zone. Zaworski will go back there to pick it up. Zaworski plays it ahead. Osborne picked off there by Vail, and they'll play it right back into the Bruin zone. Under a minute to go here in the Bruin power play. Up ahead, Zaworski. She's tied up there. Zaworski fights through it, though. Onside at the line, McDonald leaves for Osborne. Osborne looks to go out front with it. Off of Vail's stick. Back to the point. And played back into the Bruins zone. Zaworski will pick it up there. Zaworski tries to play it across. DeFelice has it now. Leaves there for Zaworski. Zaworski plays it to the line, not out. Off the stick of Zaworski. And played up and out to center ice. Tried to play across. Picked off there by Vail. McDonald walks it in. McDonald sidesteps one. McDonald shot saved by the goaltender. Puck's loose in front. DeFelice scores. I don't see a goal signal yet from the ref. I think they're going to wave this off, guys. Referee coming over to the Bruin bench. Okay, they're not going to wave it off. I guess it's a goal call. I believe that was DeFelice. Well, face-off is at center, so it's apparently a goal. We'll call it a good goal on the ice. Vail players asking for the replay, which there will be none. They're saying, okay, I see the explanation from the referee down below. He said it was off the body, not off the hand, not punched in. So Bruins take a 1-0 lead. Gosner now tries to play it out. Vail intercepts, plays it back into the zone, and that goes up and out of play. Okay, Gosner in a little bit of pain, but I saw her smiling coming off the ice, so can't be in that much. Maybe caught a funny bound. Picked up there, Zaworski. Zaworski with 10 seconds to go in the period. Zaworski shot just wide of the net. Zaworski got a lot on that one. Jennings throws it towards the net, and that'll do it for one period of play. We'll get a brief intermission, be back here for the second. At the end of 1-0 Bruins. And the only thing I will say to that period is Bruins doing a better job getting pucks to the net and crashing the net. So first game this weekend, Bruins did a good job getting pucks to the net, going hard to the net, picking up those rebound goals. That goal right there was a gritty goal. It was a shot, secondary shot from the slot. I believe it hit DeFelice. I'll have to check the scoring. I believe it hit DeFelice in the ribs and bounced in. But good things happen when you're getting shots to the front of the net, crashing the net. That's what the Lady Bruins need to do. That's where they've been successful. When they haven't done that, the success has not been there. So we'll see if they can continue that through the second and third periods here today against Vail. All right, start this period. We'll start off with Brewer McDonald. Osborne, Fryer, Arnold. Osborne here to take the draw. Osborne wins it back to McDonald. McDonald plays it ahead to Osborne. Osborne hits the line. Takes it wide. Tries to play it in deep. Picked off there by Vail. Osborne on it now. Tied up with a player. Puck comes back to Fryer. Fryer throws it out front. Arnold on her backhand. Can't get a stick on it. And Vail looks to work it out now. Played up ahead. Brewer in the skates of Fryer. And back into the Bruin zone. Could have been icing there. We'll wave it off, though. Brewer up ahead. Osborne will give chase there. Arnold picks it up now. Arnold works it back to Brewer. Brewer tries to go ahead to Osborne. Tied up with a player there, and Vail will come back the other way. 2-on-2 as they hit the line. Now it develops into a 2-on-1, centered out front. Picked up there, near boards, McDonald up ahead to the line and out of the zone. So 13:47 here to go. We'll get a face-off outside the Bruins zone. Bruins up 1-0. Shots on goal 8-5 in favor of Vail. King to take the draw. Played back into the Bruins zone. Gosner back onto the ice there, so whatever ailed her, she's okay. Gosner, Jennings back out there now. Novodarski, King, and Rulison. Gosner Plays it up ahead to Rulison. Rulison tries to play it further up the boards. Picked off there by Vail. Played down low. Gostner up ahead. Rulison. Back to the point. Off the stick of Gostner. Gostner picks it off. Goes off the boards. Gostner takes a hard hit there. And I'm not sure how that was not called a body check. Gostner, that should have been a boarding. Referee's talking about it. Not sure either of them saw it. But that easily could have been a boarding call as Gostner was going towards the boards to receive the puck. Took a shot from behind in the shoulder blades. Kind of was in an awkward position going down. All right, Gostner's up. Glad to see her up. Coming to the bench. We will play on. All right, we're going to face off outside the zone here since it was an injured Bruin player. Vail picks it off, played across. Jones ties a player up behind the net. Puck's loose at the side of the net. Dug out there by Jones. Shot towards the net, saved by Bozier. Wessel picks it up there. Works it far side to Gray. Gray up ahead. Bruins had McCormick trying to sneak out there. Wessel plays up ahead. Gray using that long stick. Gray tries to walk it out to the middle. Picked off there. Centered out front. Picked off by Vail. And they'll look to play it up the boards and out. Held there by Jones. Now Jones tries to play it back to Wessel. That's picked off, though, by Vail. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Nice play there by the Vail player. Jones trying to work it back to Wessel. Picked off there by Zhang. Zhang to Jones. Jones up ahead to Gray. And back into the creek zone there. Wessel plays up ahead. Just out of the reach of Gray. Icing's waved off. And played ahead by Vail. They get the blue line. Shot on net. A save by Bozier. 11:31 here to go second period. Face-off will be in the Bruins zone here to the left of goaltender Bozier. Zaworski to take the draw, pushes it ahead. Zaworski drops there for DeFelice, and that's going to be just dropped back out of the zone. That'll result in an offside. We're going to face off outside the zone here. 11:22 to go. Zaworski to take the draw. McDonald picks it up there. McDonald tries to play it ahead on the stick of DeFelice. DeFelice plays it in deep. Zaworski and Lisa are in on the forecheck. Played back to the line, broken up there by McDonald. And Vail comes back the other way. McDonald with the back check there to get a stick on that. Break that up, back to the point. Shot towards the net. That's knocked down by the Bruins. Played up ahead. Behind the net. Brewer will pick it up there. Brewer works it up the far boards to DeFelice. DeFelice unable to clear though. And Brewer does play it out and out to center. Vail will have to touch up on the offsides. McDonald tries to spring DeFelice. That's picked off by Vail. Picked up there, Brewer. Brewer up ahead. Zaworski now. Zaworski tries to play it ahead. Picked off there by Vail. Played around behind. McDonald tries to throw on the brakes. She's got two players on her. McDonald up ahead. Leeser plays it out to center. That's picked off by Vail, though. They seem to leave 2D back pretty consistently. McDonald up the near boards here. Picked off by Vail. McDonald trying to work it back up the near boards, back to the point. Shot on net, saved by Bozier. And it's dug out there. DeFelice plays it down. And it's going to roll all the way down. This is going to be an icing. So 9:30 here to go, second period. Faceoff will come back in the Bruins zone. Jennings, Wessel out there now. Fryer, Arnold, and I believe it's Osborne to take the draw. Played ahead, Jennings with a breakaway opportunity here. Nice job by Vail getting back though. Jennings forces a player off the puck. Jennings centers it out front, looking for Arnold. Jennings picks it off there. And puck's played up ahead by Vail, looking for a stretch pass. And that's going to go just too far for an icing, so nice idea there, but just a little too far. 8:59 here to go. Shots on goal 11-5 in favor of Vail with 8:59 here to go, second period. Bruins get an offensive zone draw. King, Rulison, Novodorski, Wessel, Jennings out there. King to take the draw. Picked off there. Jennings steps up, and Vail's got a 2-on-1 going the other way. Shot saved by Bozier off the blocker. Big save there by Sue. Wessel battles along the boards there. Dug out. And now it's played out. Novodorski tries to play it ahead. In the skates of the Vail player. And Vail looks to come back the other way. 22 for Vail looks very dangerous. Jennings forces her wide. And they got it. It's a penalty, guys. So Jennings to the box, 2 minutes for a rough. Bruins to the penalty kill here. Gray to take the draw. Played behind. And Gray picks it up. Gray up ahead, McCormick. McCormick tries to drop to Gray. Gray tries to drop it back to McCormick in the slot. Picked off there by Vail, and they'll come back the other way. And McCormick's going to draw a trip. Wait, McCormick's going to go for the trip. Sorry, I thought McCormick got trips and she was the one that ended up flat. It's a 5-on-3 here for Vail. Gray to take the draw. Shot wide of the net. Minute 31, a 5-on-3 here for Vail. Brewer, McDonald, and Gray out there now. Shot and a glove save by Bozier. Minute 18 here to go in the 5-on-3. All right, Gray to take the draw. Brewer plays it out of the zone. Vail's going to have to regroup now. Vail brings it into the zone. They drop. They look to set up their power play now. Shot saved by Bozier. Not a penalty, guys. They didn't fall on it in the crease. If a player falls on the puck outside the crease, not a penalty. 47 seconds here to go with 5-on-3 time. Back to the point. Vail works it. Goal line extended now. Back to the top of the circle. Shot. Tip attempt. That goes wide. Wessel picks it up now. Wessel tries to play it out of the zone. Picked off there. Zeng. Zeng gets dumped there. And puck comes out to center. Foot race for the puck here. Wessel wisely going to pressure, but back off. Hits a player in the back there as Vail tries to get zone entry. Now they do get zone entry. Worked across. Walked in. Shot. Gloved and held by Bozier. So 5-on-3 is over. 24 seconds of power play time for Vail. Bruins close to killing off the 5-on-3. Face off to the left of Bozier. Brewer, McDonald out there now. Gray and DeFelice. Gray to take the draw here. 24 seconds of power play time for Vail. Played ahead. DeFelice gloves it down. Unable to clear, though. Puck's played down low. McDonald picks it up there. McDonald plays it to the line. Held there by Vail. Shot wide of the net. DeFelice picks it up. And DeFelice able to backhand it out to center. And we're back to even strength hockey. So Bruins kill off a 5-on-3. McDonald steals it for a moment. McDonald steals it again, plays it into the zone. Now it's played back out to center here by Vail. Vail will hit the zone. DeFelice, puck's loose in the slot. Played back to the point. Top of the dots, out front. DeFelice now just wisely plays it out to center. And Vail will play it right back into the zone, but that's going to result in an offsides as the puck went up into the netting here. So we're going to face off outside the zone. 5:15 here to go. Second period. Shots and goals 16-5 in favor of Vail. Bruins in to pick up the offense here. Zeng to take the draw. Picked off there by Gray. Played back into the Bruins zone. Jennings back there to pick it up. Jennings plays it off the near boards, up ahead to Gray. Gray to McCormick. McCormick with a head of steam. McCormick fights a player off there. Back to the point. Jones holds, plays it down low, and McCormick's tripped up in front of the net. So Bruins to the power play here. 4:43 to go second period. Wessel and Jennings out there. Bruins have one too many players. So Zeng, Brewer, McCormick. Looks like Gray will come off. Wessel and Jennings. Zeng to take the draw. Back to the point. Splits the difference there between Jennings and Wessel. Jennings now. Jennings up ahead. McCormick. McCormick plays it up ahead to Zeng. Zeng down low. Zeng looking for Wessel out front. Shot hops a stick of Wessel. And Brewer's going to go for that one. So, Bruin power play over. Brewer's going to go for a trip. Well, a minute 37, a 4-on-4, 4:19 here to go in the second. Back to 4-on-4 hockey. This will bring the face-off back into the Bruin zone. Wessel, Jennings, Leeser, Zaworski. Zaworski to take the draw. Back to the point. Controlled there by Vail. Wessel steps up from D. Tries to slide it through a player. That's going to be whistled down for delayed offside. And Vail's coming back the other way. 2-on-2 as they hit the line. Shot wide of the net. Vail able to hold at the line though. They'll play it back in. Up ahead, Jennings picked off there by Vail. Held into the zone. Shot towards the net. Bozier sticks it aside. Jennings going to play that all the way down. Icing's going to be waved off here as the English on that one made sure to hold up. Back out to Jennings. Jennings plays it right back into the zone. 44 seconds of 4-on-4 time here, followed by an abbreviated Vail power play. Wessel ties up there. Jennings plays it around behind, up ahead to Leeser. Leeser to Zaworski. Zaworski plays it up ahead to Wessel. Wessel gets hooked down there by a player, no call. We'll play on. And Jennings able to play it out to center. 6 seconds to go until Vail gets a power play here, an abbreviated one. Puck's loose out front, picked off there. Zaworski plays it into the zone. Smart play as she needed a change. 10 seconds of power play time here for Vail. McDonald ties it up down low in front of the bench. Dug out by Vail. They walk it in. Broken up there by Jennings. Jennings plays it ahead. Puck's played around now behind. 2:12 here to go, second period. And it's dug out there by Zeng. McDonald picks it up now. McDonald goes up ahead to McCormick. McCormick with speed takes it wide. McCormick works it around behind the net. Centers out front. Picked off there by Vail. That's going to come back out to center ice. Jones goes back to McDonald. McDonald intercepted there by Vail. Vail's coming back the other way. Shot wide of the net. Picked up there by Gray. Gray ahead to McDonald. And it's going to be picked off there by Vail. They'll look to bring it back into the Bruin zone. Icing's going to be waved off here. Jones leaves there for Gray. Gray tries to play it up ahead. Picked up there by Zeng. Zeng gets the red line. Picked off there. Zeng walks it out front. Zeng on her backhand. Back to McDonald at the point. McDonald shot wide of the net. Off the stick of Zeng. And played back out to center. Breakaway opportunity here for Vail. Fryer ties the player up. And puck's played around behind. Jones will pick it up there. Jones works it back near side to Fryer. Fryer up ahead, not out of the zone though, in the skates of Fryer. Now Vail steps up to keep holding it in. That's not a penalty. And Gray plays it ahead to the line, not out, held in there. Jones plays it to the line, held in there by Vail. Shot wide of the net as a buzzer sounds. All right, back here for the third period. Your Bruins up 1-0. Shots on goal 19-6 though in favor of the Mountaineers. King, Novodarski, Rulison out there now. Wessel and McDonald. King wins the draw. Wessel plays it in deep. They'll go back to pick it up there. Back to the point. McDonald holds. Puck rolls around. Behind the net, Vail works it back to the point. McDonald steps up. That puck's going to come all the way down. Icing's waved off. I don't know that I agree with that one. Wessel steps around a player, though. And McDonald picks it up there. McDonald up ahead. Rulison. And McDonald's got it now. McDonald fights through a hook. McDonald doing figure skating out there, but it was not, the spin was not on her own volition. We'll play on. Face off, one there by Vail. Blocked down towards the front of the net. Saved by Bozier, and Brewer able to push a player out of the way. So Brewer Jones out there now. Face off, one there by the Bruins. Jones plays near side to Gray. Gray tries to play it out to center. Picked off there by Vail, but McCormick in on the forecheck. Jones tries to play it ahead to Zeng. Tied up with a player there. McCormick intercepts, and McCormick able to play it in deep. That'll allow the Bruins to start their forecheck. Gray gets dumped out front. And Jones works it back to Brewer. Brewer up ahead off the stick of Gray. Played back into the Bruins zone. Brewer tries to play it across. And now it's up to center. McCormick has it now. Oh, and McCormick gets dumped into the boards. That'll be a penalty on Vail. We'll get a body check here on Vail. Bruins to the power play, 13 minutes to go. Zeng, Brewer, McCormick up front, Jennings and Wessel on the back end for this power play. Zeng here to take the draw. Zeng tied up, but Brewer digs it out. Centers out front. Tries to go to McCormick, far side. That's picked off, though, by the Vail defender back into the Bruins zone. Jennings will pick it up there. Jennings leaves there for Wessel. Wessel has to take it off her stick. Wessel now plays around. Near side to Jennings. Jennings ties up with a player. And McCormick comes out with it. McCormick goes near side to Brewer. Brewer with some speed. Gets zone entry. Drops to Wessel. Wessel shot. Tipped by McCormick in front. Just wide. Puck's loose at the side of the net. Brewer gets dumped there with a shoulder. Definitely letting the girls play today. And Jennings plays it right back into the Vail zone. Vail will hold and play it all the way down. Jennings will go back there to pick it up. Jennings stapled to the boards there. Leaves for Wessel. Wessel spins with it. Wessel tries to play it up, but that's picked off by Vail. Bruins were looking for that stretch pass. It wasn't quite there. Jennings fans on the clear attempt. Picked up there by DeFelice. DeFelice now up ahead, just out of the reach of Zaworski. Zaworski will give chase, though. And it's played all the way back into the Bruins zone. McDonald plays it there, up ahead. Zaworski. Zaworski picked off there by Vail. Vail able to hold the zone. Bruins need to move the puck. Up ahead, McDonald. Onto the stick of Osborne. Osborne has DeFelice going to the front of the net. Osborne's going to slide through a player. She's taken off the puck. Nice defensive positioning there by the Vail defender. Back to the point. Zaworski. Zaworski. That's hit Osborne on the way to the net. Little friendly fire there. Osborne gets credit for the shot block. Dugout now. Osborne inner skates. And Vail plays it back out. And all the way down. That'll be an icing. Barely made it as the ice getting a little choppy here in the third, but 10-10 to go. Shots on goal 20-6 in favor of Vail. King, Novodowski, Rulison. Brewer, Jones out there now. King to take this offensive zone draw. King to take the draw. Vail wins it. Played out to center. Vail looks to enter the zone. Centered across. Brewer up ahead. Jones tries to go to Rulison, but that squeaks out of the zone, so Bruins will be able to at least get the puck out. Jones plays it back out of the zone. And Vail will play it right back in. That'll be an icing. All right, so Brewer and Jones will stay out there. But we'll bring out Zhang, McCormick, Gray for this offensive zone draw. 9:32 to go. Zhang to take the draw, tied up there. Vail tries to work it back to the point. Out to Brewer. Brewer plays it ahead. McCormick into the zone. And Vail brings it back out. Played into the zone by Vail. Jones up ahead to McCormick. Jones leaves behind for Brewer. Picked off there by Vail. They'll work it back to the point. Shot wide of the net. Centered out front. Puck's loose in front, and Bozier will cover. Bruins with pretty good pressure there in the D zone, though. Not allowing a quality shot on Bozier, but Bozier able to get the whistle, which Bruins needed. Face off one there by Vail. Jennings, though, able to play it out to center. And Vail comes back the other way. 3-on-3 as they hit the line. Shot. Gloved and held by Bozier. 8:34 here to go. Bruins still not generating a ton of shots after that first period. They had 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 here in the third. Zaworski to take the draw. Vail wins it. Vail throws it towards the front of the net. And it's picked off there by Wessel. Wessel realizes it's 1-on-3. Smartly just dumps it in. Picked up there. Zaworski tries to play it back to the line. That's picked off by the Vail forward. And Vail will come back the other way. Picked off there now by Wessel. Wessel up ahead to Leeser. Played around behind by Vail. They're looking for that player in the slot. That player's loose. Oh, man. Vail with a great chance there as the Bruins did not catch the player coming down from the slot. She didn't get everything on that shot, but Bozier able to get the leg pad out, make the save. 7:55 here to go. Wessel, Jennings. Looks like Osborne to take the draw. Puck comes back to the point. Osborne, Arnold, Fryer out there. Puck goes to the corner. Wessel ties up with a player there. Dug out there by Vail. Shot towards the net on the backhand. Arnold battles there. Dug out by Vail. They try and center out front. Broken up by the stick of Osborne. Nice defensive play there, and Osborne will pick it up now. Osborne, good battle there, able to get possession of the puck, get it out of the zone, and Vail looks to come back the other way. 2-on-3 as they hit the line. Played across. Jennings ties up with a player there. Dug out now by Arnold. Arnold ties up now. And Wessel has to take it off her stick. Ref yelling for the whistle to be blown, or people yelling for the whistle to be blown, and it's dug out. Vail able to hold it in though. Picked up there by Wessel. Wessel up ahead. Fryer. Fryer unable to clear though, and now she does. Fryer picks it up now. Plays it into the zone. Picked off there by Vail. They'll look to come back the other way. Osborne gets a cross check in the back. Will play on. Fryer plays it in. Bruins need to get the rest of their forwards off for a change here, and now they do. Vail will pick that up here. Rulson tries to play it ahead. Picked up there. Brewer goes ahead to McDonald. McDonald tries to slide through a player. Take it off her stick. And Vail plays it back out. Picked off Novodorski. McDonald now takes it wide, drops. Novodorski, shot towards the net, goal! Novodorski, I think that was off the defender's stick. Got the shot on net, off the defender's stick, up over the goaltender. And the Bruins take a 2-0 lead here with 5:34 to go. King, Novodorski, Rulison. King to take the draw. Tied up there. Played back into the Bruins zone. McDonald there. McDonald plays it ahead. Out to center. King tries to play it in deep. Picked off there by Vail. McDonald steps up now, though. Now it's going back the other way. 2-on-1 here for Vail. Brewer steps up, though, to break that up. Vail tries to throw it out front. Steered aside by the stick. Shot towards the net. A save by Bozier. And McDonald's going to make sure that nobody's in the way of that net. Jones and Jennings come back out now. Zeng, McCormick, Gray. Defensive zone draw here. 4:55 to go, third period. Zeng to take the draw, back to the point. Shot towards the net. Bozier steers it aside. Jones plays it up ahead to McCormick. Plays it back to Jones. Jones tries to play it behind. Back to the point. Vail looks to go cross ice. Picked off there by Gray. Back to the point. Vail tries to get a shot off, picked off there by Zeng. Zeng unable to clear, though. Shot towards the net, steered aside by Bozier. Jones plays it up ahead to McCormick. Held in there by Vail. Puck's loose, in skates. Saved by Bozier. And steered aside by a defender out front. Big save there by Bozier. Zeng playing the body there. Puck pops loose. And now it's picked up by McCormick. McCormick tries to get it deep, taken off the puck. Gray picks it up there. Gray sidesteps a player. Gray in with McCormick, drops to McCormick. Shot, goal! Gray back to McCormick. It's 3-0 Bruins. 3 goals on 9 shots for the Bruins. Not a ton of chances for the Bruins, but quality ones. I don't think the goaltender ever saw that one. 3:31 here to go, third period. Shots on goal 28-9 in favor of Vail. And Bruins with the marker on the scoreboard, 3-0. Picked up there. Vail looks to try and play it in deep. Picked off by Wessel. Wessel able to hold. Vail will have to touch up. McDonald now behind the net. McDonald tries to play it ahead. We'll see if Vail pulls their goaltender here down 3, or if they wait and see if they get it to 2. Zaworski plays it out to center. Any puck out of the zone is a good puck right now for the Bruins. Puck comes around behind. McDonald leaves there for Leeser. Zaworski to DeFelice. DeFelice tries to get it out there along the near boards. And I think we got a penalty coming up here. We got a penalty coming up on Vail for interference with 2:48 to go. Bruins up 3. So power play for your Bruins, up by 3. 2:48 here to go, third period. Gray, DeFelice. Gray to take the draw. Pushed ahead by Vail. Zaworski forces a player wide. McDonald picks it up there. McDonald up ahead. Vail plays it back in. They got a touch up on the offside. Zaworski will pick it up there. Up ahead, McDonald to Osborne. In the skates of Zaworski. Played back into the Bruins zone. This will roll in on Bozier. .217 here to go. Minute 30 of power play time for the Bruins. Face-off will be in the Bruins zone. Gray to take the draw. Up ahead, Gray able to get it out of the zone. It's all the Bruins need at this point. Played ahead, McDonald to Gray. Gray sidesteps one, gets the red line. Gray leaves for Osborne, drops to McDonald. Puck comes back out of the zone. Zaworski now. Tries to play it across, picked off there by Vail. Gray up ahead, off the stick of Osborne into the zone. Minute and a half here to go. Puck's loose in the slot. Zaworski tries to get a stick on it. Broken up by the defender of Vail. Back to the point. McDonald goes across. McCormick works it back to Zeng. Zeng, shot wide of the net. Picked up there now by Zaworski. Works it back to McDonald. Back to Zaworski. Down low. Vail's able to get possession of that, though. McCormick comes in to support. Vail's going to look to break it out. They'll play it all the way down here. 50 seconds to go. 2 seconds to go on the kill. Zeng ties her player up. McDonald comes in to support. Puck's loose in front. Now in the slot. Shot. Saved by Bozier. Picked up there. McCormick tries to go off the wall and out. Shot. Blocker to side by Bozier. Wessel steers it to the corner. Under 30 here to go. Centered out front. Broken up by McDonald. And off a Vail player's stick back out to center. Under 20 seconds to go. Vail looks to bring it in, and that's going to be whistled down. Offsides at the line. 8.3 here to go. We got a face-off outside the Bruins zone. Shots on goal 31-9 in favor of Vail, but 8.3. Bruins with the lead where it counts, not on the shots on goal, but on the goal total of 3-0. King, Rulison, Novodarski. King to take the draw. Shot. Played into the Bruins zone. Picked up there, Jones. And that'll do it. Shutout here today for Bozier. Bruins, after not scoring a goal for 90 minutes, get 3 here tonight. And we will be back next weekend, I believe, for games. But we'll get games posted, get them up there, and bring everyone we can. Till then, guys.